Archangel Michael says, "My beloved child, do you feel the weight pressing on your heart tonight? Have you sensed a silence in your home that feels heavier than usual? A quiet ache that whispers secrets you're too afraid to hear? Who among your loved ones carries a pain they hide deep inside? Pain that has been kept from you but is now ready to break free? What if I told you that the truth about those you hold dear is closer than you think, knocking at your door in a way that cannot be ignored?" Listen carefully, for this message is not for the faint of heart. This is a divine alarm. A heartbreak unlike any other is coming. Not just words spoken in the wind, but a revelation that will shake the foundations of what you thought you knew. Will you be ready when the silence shatters? Will you open your eyes when the truth shows itself in a way you never expected? Don't turn away. Don't push this aside. There is a love behind this message. A fierce love that will not allow you to remain blind any longer. I have stood watch over your family, guarding secrets hidden in shadows, protecting souls bruised by betrayal and pain. The time has come for the veil to be lifted. Tonight I command you to prepare your heart. The one who once hurt you or those you cherish is about to be revealed. This is not a threat. It is a sacred invitation to healing and freedom, to understand the why behind the wounds and to break the chains of silence. Do not ignore this. Do not scroll past. What you are about to hear will demand your courage. This is Archangel Michael speaking, your protector, your warrior, your guide. Are you ready to hear the heartbreaking truth? Archangel Michael says, "My beloved child, this chapter I speak to you with a tenderness born from knowing your pain, yet with the strength of a warrior who will not let darkness prevail. There is a silent agony carried within the hearts of your loved ones, a pain so deep, so carefully hidden, that it has become a secret prison. You may not see it with your eyes, but I see it. I watch over the quiet tears that fall when no one is near. I hear the silent prayers whispered in the night. And I know the heartbreak that has been buried beneath the surface, too heavy to speak aloud. This is the truth. Many who walk beside you are carrying wounds that no one has dared to touch. They suffer in silence because they fear judgment, rejection, or even the loss of those they love. It is not weakness to feel this sorrow. It is not shame to hold these broken pieces of their souls close. But the silence itself has become a barrier, a wall that keeps healing locked away and truth hidden from your sight. For years, these wounds have whispered behind closed doors. Some were caused by words spoken too harshly, or love withheld when it was needed most. Others were shaped by absence, by hands that let go too soon or promises that were broken without explanation. And still, some scars were carved by betrayal, by those trusted most who chose silence over honesty. Do you feel it? That subtle weight in the air when you gather with family or friends? The unsaid things that hang like shadows in the room. That heaviness is real. It is the burden of hearts carrying stories they are too afraid to share. These hidden pains have shaped decisions, shaped relationships, and even shaped the way your loved ones see themselves. They carry guilt, regret, fear, and loneliness, emotions that eat away at their spirit, even as they smile and act as if all is well. But hear me now. This silence is not the will of God. It is not your destiny to live under the shadow of unspoken grief. The heartache that has been hidden is begging for light, begging to be set free. It is not a curse to carry pain, but it becomes a prison when you are left alone to bear it. You may have noticed that some loved ones have withdrawn from you in ways you don't understand. They may seem distant or quick to anger, or perhaps they avoid certain conversations altogether. They are guarding something precious and fragile inside, afraid that if they reveal it, everything will crumble. But I tell you, the greatest healing begins with the courage to face what has been hidden. There is a sacred invitation for you in this moment, to become a safe place for those who have suffered in silence, to listen without judgment, to hold without expectation, to love without condition. This is how healing begins. When a heart is met with understanding, the walls start to fall. And yet, even as you prepare to open your heart to others, you must also prepare to face the truth within yourself. The pain of others often reflects the wounds we carry too. Sometimes the deepest heartbreak is in realizing how much you have tried to protect yourself by turning away from truth, by ignoring the signs, by hoping the silence would hold forever. But silence never holds. It is fragile, easily broken by a single word, a glance, a moment of honesty. And when it breaks, the truth rushes out like a flood that cannot be stopped. That flood can cleanse, but it can also overwhelm if you are not ready. That is why I am here, to prepare you for this flood, to stand with you as you face the heartbreak that has been waiting in the shadows, to remind you that you are not alone in this battle. You are stronger than you realize. Your heart is more courageous than it feels right now. And the love that surrounds you, both seen and unseen, is greater than any pain you have endured. Do not be afraid of the heartbreak that is coming. It is not the end. It is the beginning of a new chapter, a chapter where truth is no longer hidden, where wounds begin to heal, and where love is no longer held hostage by fear. I will walk beside you through this journey. I will fight the battles that try to steal your peace. I will shield you from the lies that seek to bind your spirit. But you must open your heart and be willing to receive the healing that only comes when the light touches the darkness. Tonight I ask you to take a moment and breathe deeply. Feel the presence of the angels around you. Know that you are not forgotten and that your pain matters. The tears you have shed in silence have been seen by heaven. And most importantly, prepare yourself. Prepare your heart to receive the truth, no matter how heartbreaking it may be, because from this truth will come freedom. Remember, silence is not safety. Truth is the path to healing. And love, the love that flows from God through me, is the power that will break every chain. Type 777 now to declare that you are ready to face the truth and receive healing. You are not alone. I am Archangel Michael. I stand with you in the quiet battles and the loud victories. This is only the beginning. Archangel Michael says, My beloved, now that your heart has been prepared to face the hidden pain, it is time to open your eyes to the signs you may have missed, the subtle spiritual warnings I have been sending for your protection. You were never alone in your confusion or your silent suffering. Every restless night, every strange feeling of unease, every whisper of doubt within your spirit was a call from me, from heaven itself, trying to guide you toward the truth. Have you noticed how sometimes when you walk into a room the atmosphere feels heavy? Or when a sudden chill runs down your spine for no earthly reason? Perhaps you have caught yourself hearing your name called softly when no one was near. These are not coincidences. These are the unmistakable signs of spiritual movement, a divine message wrapped in mystery. For too long, you may have dismissed these nudges as your imagination or fatigue, but I tell you now, they are the language of angels. I have been standing watch, pacing outside your door in the spirit, waiting for you to awaken. Your soul has been stirring in ways you don't fully understand yet, but that stirring is the first step toward revelation. You may have also experienced dreams, vivid, confusing, or even unsettling, where faces blur, voices call, or shadows move. Those dreams are more than dreams. They are visions, maps laid out by heaven to direct your path. They contain warnings about people, places, and decisions you must be aware of. Listen closely to what your spirit whispers when you awaken from these dreams. I am speaking through those moments. There have been moments of silence interrupted by unusual sounds. The creak of a door, a soft knock, a sudden gust of wind that feels like a message. These are spiritual alerts, signals that something unseen is shifting around you. Your home, your sanctuary, has become a battleground in the unseen realm, and I am the guardian of that space. But be warned, not all who smile at you or speak sweetly are what they seem. Some wear masks crafted from lies, jealousy, and hidden agendas. They try to disguise their intentions under a veil of kindness. Yet I see through every deception. I have witnessed secret conversations behind your back, plans whispered in the dark to undermine your peace and your future. This is why you have felt that inner tension, the spiritual alarm urging you to protect your heart. I have not only sent signs but have placed heavenly sentinels around you, angels who walk silently alongside your loved ones, seeking to shield them from harm and to guide their hearts back to truth. But their help is limited by your faith and your awareness. The power of my protection is activated by your openness to receive it. When you ignore the signs, you close the door to the healing and defense I am ready to provide. There is also a spiritual timeline at work. Certain windows of opportunity open for a brief moment, moments when revelation, protection, or breakthrough can be granted. These moments are precious and fleeting. If you ignore the nudges now, the window may close, delaying your healing and leaving you vulnerable to continued deception. Pay close attention to the subtle shifts around you, conversations that stop abruptly when you enter, people who suddenly change tone or demeanor, unexplainable feelings of distrust towards someone who once seemed close. These are the fingerprints of spiritual influence. They are alerts for you to be cautious, to seek clarity, and to ask for my intervention. Do not be afraid to seek the truth, even when it is uncomfortable. The light that I bring into your life exposes shadows, but also warms the places coldened by fear and doubt. When you open your spirit to discernment, you invite healing to flow through the cracks left by hidden pain. Now more than ever, your spiritual senses are being sharpened. What once felt like confusion will begin to clarify. You will start to recognize who is truly standing with you and who is sowing seeds of discord in your life. This awakening is part of your spiritual journey, and a vital step toward freedom. Remember, discernment is a gift from God. It is not paranoia or suspicion, but a divine ability to see beyond the surface. Trust the impressions that come suddenly, the thoughts that interrupt your usual pattern, and the feelings of peace or unrest that cannot be explained by circumstances alone. Tonight, as you prepare your heart for what lies ahead, I urge you to open your spiritual eyes wider. Let go of doubt. Embrace the whispers of your soul. Accept that you have been guarded and guided even when you felt alone. I am here with my sword drawn, standing at the gate of your spirit, ready to fight off the forces that seek to deceive and destroy. But I cannot fight for you if you refuse to see. You must partner with me in this spiritual battle by opening your eyes and your heart. Type 444 now to invite protection and clarity into your home and family. Declare that you will no longer walk blind into deception, but will stand vigilant with me by your side. You are not alone in this journey. The signs have been there all along, waiting for you to notice. Now is the time to awaken fully and receive the divine guidance prepared especially for you. I am Archangel Michael, your protector and guide. I speak to you in this hour because your breakthrough depends on your readiness to see. Do not delay. The spiritual door is opening. This is only the beginning. Archangel Michael says, "My beloved child, now I come to the most difficult truth, the hidden reality that will shake your heart and demand your courage. There is a secret about your loved ones, something long buried in darkness that is ready to be uncovered. This truth is not meant to break you, but to set you free. Yet I will not soften what must be spoken. You must hear it clearly, with the strength I know you have, even when your spirit trembles. For too long, the person you trusted most, the one who promised to protect you, to love you unconditionally, has been hiding something. It may be a secret that caused wounds you have carried without knowing the full story. Or perhaps it is a betrayal that was never spoken aloud but was felt deep in your bones like a cold shadow passing through your life. This person, beloved child, is about to be revealed in a new light, and the revelation will shake the very foundation of what you believed. I know your heart wants to deny it. Your soul cries out for peace and for things to be different. But the truth cannot be undone by silence or wishful thinking. It waits patiently for your courage to face it, because without this confrontation, healing cannot begin, and the chains that have held your heart captive will remain unbroken. This heartbreaking truth may come as a letter, a conversation, or a moment of clarity that falls unexpectedly, perhaps through the words of another who carries knowledge you were never meant to miss. It will pierce the veil of confusion and bring a reckoning. And yes, it will hurt, but it will also heal. The one who hurt you, the one who abandoned you when you needed them most, has been caught in their own web of fear and guilt. They have hidden behind lies, avoided accountability, and tried to silence your questions with excuses and absence. But now, their mask is slipping. Their heart, once cold and distant, is beginning to tremble under the weight of their secrets. Do not be surprised if you witness panic in their eyes or hear hesitation in their voice when the truth surfaces. They will fear exposure because the light of God burns away every shadow. But this is not the time for anger or bitterness. It is the time for justice, tempered with mercy. Understand this: the heartbreak you feel is not a punishment or a sign that you have failed. It is part of your journey, one that will refine your spirit like fire purifies gold. The person who caused this pain was not the author of your destiny. That role belongs to the Creator who holds your life in His hands. You may ask, why did this happen to me? Why did they turn away when I needed them most? These questions echo in the chambers of your soul. The answers will come, not all at once, but in time. And when they do, they will bring clarity and peace. Know also, my child, that there is a divine purpose hidden within this heartbreak. It is a call to release the old wounds that have bound your spirit. It is an invitation to break free from the cycle of hurt and betrayal that has haunted your family line. You are standing at the threshold of a new beginning. But first, you must step through the fire of truth. I am here, sword drawn, to cut every chain that ties you to pain. But I cannot do this without your permission. You must be willing to face the heartbreak and claim the freedom waiting beyond it. The truth you fear may also reveal unexpected allies, those who have stood quietly beside you, who have loved you in silence, and who are ready to support your healing. Look for these souls. They will be your strength when your own feels weak. Tonight, you may receive a message that shakes your world. You may overhear a conversation that changes everything. Or you may find a letter, a text, or a memory that suddenly makes sense in a new way. This is no accident. Heaven is orchestrating every detail to bring you into alignment with your destiny. When the heartbreak comes, do not close your heart. Do not shut the door on what is revealed. Let the tears flow, let the pain speak, and let the healing begin. For in this moment of surrender, you will find a peace deeper than understanding. Type 999 now to declare that you will face this truth with courage and open your heart to the healing that follows. Say yes to freedom. Say yes to love. I am Archangel Michael, standing with you in the storm, fighting for your peace and guiding you toward the light that will never fail. This heartbreak is not the end of your story. It is the beginning of your victory. Archangel Michael says, "My beloved child, now that you have faced the heartbreak and are standing at the edge of truth, it is time to rise in the strength and protection I bring. The battle you fight is not only in the realm of emotions or relationships. It is a spiritual war that requires courage, authority, and divine armor. I am here to equip you, to arm you, and to empower you to protect yourself and your family from the attacks that have sought to steal your peace. You must understand this. Spiritual protection begins with awareness and faith. It is not passive. It is active, resolute, and filled with authority. When I stand by your side, sword drawn, I do so because you have given me permission to guard your heart, your home, and your destiny. But your role is to cooperate, to claim your power, and to take the steps I will now reveal. First, protect your heart with the shield of discernment. When difficult truths surface, your spirit may be tempted to respond with fear, anger, or confusion. But I command you to instead stand firm in faith and clarity. Recognize that not every battle is yours to fight physically. Some are spiritual and require prayer, declaration, and the strength of your soul. Do not allow bitterness or resentment to open doors to further harm. Guard your emotions as you would guard a precious treasure. Second, arm yourself with the sword of truth. Speak aloud the words that align with your healing and protection. Declare that no weapon formed against you will prosper. Announce that lies, betrayal, and deception have no power over your life or your family. Your spoken word, empowered by faith, cuts through darkness and confusion. Use it daily as a shield and a sword, reminding yourself and those around you that you walk in divine protection. Third, surround yourself with the armor of prayer and divine presence. Prayer is not only communication, but a fortress. When you call upon me and the heavenly hosts, you invite the army of God to stand guard over your life. Pray for those who have hurt you, not to condone the pain, but to release its hold and to invite healing for all involved. Pray for wisdom to navigate the path ahead. Pray for peace to guard your heart. Fourth, cleanse your space, your home, your relationships, your mind, from any lingering shadows. Negative words, doubts, and fears can accumulate and create spiritual openings for attacks. Bless your home with light, calling in angels to fill every corner. Speak blessings over your family and declare safety over your loved ones. This is your sacred ground, and it must be protected as such. Fifth, hold tightly to hope. Even when darkness looms and the heartbreak feels unbearable, remember that every storm has an end. I am here to fight for your breakthrough. I am the warrior who never tires, the protector who never sleeps. Your faith is a beacon that draws in the light of heaven and repels every shadow. Know this too, you are not alone. There are others on this journey with you. Angels, loved ones gone before, and those who are walking the path of healing alongside you. Together, we form a shield of love and power that no enemy can penetrate. Tonight, take time to declare your protection out loud. Invite me, Archangel Michael, to stand at every door and window of your home. Command every evil plan to be dismantled before it reaches you. Speak life over your family, your future, and your spirit. Type 111 now to activate divine protection around you and your loved ones. Declare that no harm will come near your dwelling or your heart. Say yes to courage, yes to healing, yes to victory. This is not a time to shrink back or hide. It is a time to rise armed and ready, standing with me in the power of God's love and strength. Together, we will break every chain and walk into the freedom that is your birthright. I am Archangel Michael. I fight for you. I shield you. I love you with a fierce and holy fire. Stand tall. Your breakthrough is at hand. Archangel Michael says, My beloved child, you have walked through the storm of truth and heartbreak with courage. Now it is time to embrace the healing that follows. The journey has not been easy, but every tear, every moment of pain, has prepared you for this new season of freedom and peace. Know this. What was hidden in darkness is now coming into the light. The chains that once bound your heart are breaking. Divine justice is unfolding, and love, pure and unshakable, is ready to fill the spaces left empty by betrayal and silence.